So this video is kind of twofold, explaining two things. Me, personally, Daniel, nice to meet you, talking about why I personally feel like nobody cares about me in my life, and also why you may not feel like anybody cares about you in your life. This is a deep video. It's a sad video. And I just want to say, if you do feel like nobody cares about you in your life, my heart is heavy for you. And I extend compassion and empathy towards you right now. And I hope you feel it. Everybody deserves to be loved, deserves to be cared about. And we are living in what some may consider the darkest times of all, where it seems that people have never cared less about each other. Am I right? Let me know if I'm onto something here in the comments, because as far as I can tell, by looking back at human history, where we lived in tribes, where we lived in community, direct community, in-person community, there was a lot of motivation to care about each other. And that at that time, I can imagine people cared a lot about each other. Maybe I'm wrong. I wasn't there. But from what I've learned about Native American history, from what I've learned about Asian history, and other parts of the world as well, we used to care because it used to be that our livelihoods and our lives depended on one another. In a tribe, you needed the fishermen to go catch the fish so that the women could stay at home and continue to weave clothes for everybody, It can be so dependent on each other. We can be so dependent. But in modern times, we have an illusion of independence. This dependence hasn't changed, by the way. You are still completely dependent on the farmer to grow food for you, if you don't grow all the food that you need yourself, and that's a rare sight. And so when you think about why people don't care about you, it's a complex question, isn't it? There's so much going on right now. We're all, I believe, mirrors for each other. If I start to care less about people in my life, then they, in turn, start to care less about me. That's the simple way to put it, in my opinion. And I've noticed that to be true. Whenever I've stopped showing up to community volunteer events, and whenever I've stopped calling my friends, eventually they forget about me. And maybe that's what's happened to you. People have just forgotten about you. You have to show up so that people just remember. I don't even think it's that personal, really, that we need to take it so personally. And that's not necessarily that people have stopped caring about you. It may simply be that people have just forgotten about you. You don't have to take and be so hurt by everything. Because in a way, you're going to have to start caring for yourself, isn't it? When you care for yourself and you love yourself, other people are more likely to care for you and love you. When you see the alcoholic on the street and you can tell that they don't care or love themselves, it doesn't inspire you to care about them, to love them. You know that any money you give them is just going to go to waste. You know that any time that you give them is going to go to waste. They're a lost cause. And I feel like people have started to look at each other like a lost cause. In a broader sense, in a global perspective, we are destroying the earth. And I think humans, we blame each other for that, for not being able to continue life on this planet. They gave us everything we needed. Gave us fruit and water and joy and fun. Nature, this planet provides. And we turned around and gave it taxes and LinkedIn and drudgery. And that's pretty sad, isn't it? That as a whole, humans have been destructive. To a point, to an extent. Humans also contain a great beauty. Within each one of us, we have the capacity to eloquently put across perspectives on a YouTube channel, or create music that transforms, or write down poetry. There's beauty in being a human. There is reason to care about each other. Look at all the beauty and the good things that humans do for each other. Yes, it doesn't necessarily make up for all the bad. But I want you to remember that we get to create whatever reality we want. And the best way to get people to care about you is to show up and to care about them. And in order to do that, you got to find motivation and reasons to love and care about others. Can you find it within yourself to care about a random stranger today? What if you saw this video, got inspired, went out and saw the first person you saw, a random person in your neighborhood, whoever, and you saw all the struggles, the trials, the tribulations, the hardships, the things that they had to go through to get to where they are. You saw them in all of their flaws, in all of their glory, and you showed them compassion, and you opened up your heart, and you cared about them. And you showed that you cared about them by just saying hello. It doesn't have to be giving money or anything like that. That's not the way we show care for each other. It's got nothing to do with resources. And it's got everything to do with smiling, saying hello, asking people how they're doing, how you can help them. Just listening to them, that's all. When you just listen to people, and you genuinely listen to people without trying to develop a response, they can tell. Because most people, they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen to you and you complain about how nobody cares about you. They don't want to listen to me complain about how nobody cares about me because they don't know me from Jack or Jill. Yeah. It's a sad reality. It's the truth, though, because you have no reason to. When there's so many billions of people on the planet, well, you can take what you need and get it from somebody else, can't you? It doesn't have to be any one person. And that's part of our problem, is that we don't value each other because there's so many of us, so many humans. So why should I subscribe to Daniel's YouTube channel? Why? Why bother? There's so many others. You know, in my life, I'm in this point right now where I really feel like it's a low, where people don't care about me. And there's a lot behind that. It's because I'm in between places where I'm living, haven't decided on the new place I want to live yet, and I'm taking months, maybe years to decide where that is and where I want to divest myself and entrench myself in the community. I'm really looking over the whole world and asking, where is going to be safe in World War III? Where is going to be safe in the climate future that's coming? Where do I want to put down roots and let people know me? Because it's scary to be known sometimes, especially when you know you have certain problems. One of the problems I have is I'm greedy. I got into an argument with my friend today, and she said, "No, you shouldn't raise the rent on my house." And I was like, "No, I'm going to raise the rent." And we both got so mad at each other. And I know I don't have to. I know it's just greed. It's within me. And I don't have to be like that. And I feel ashamed. I feel sad for this part of myself that just wants to extract resources from the world, to get as much as I can while I still can. I do. I feel sad. I feel ashamed. And I guess that's why I inspired this video today. Because there's a part of myself that doesn't care about that part of myself. But I'm noticing that the growth and the way forward is to actually love that part of myself that is greedy. To assure myself that there is an abundance in this world, not necessarily of money, but also of social capital, of people that care about each other, and that reality is out there, and that I can attract that reality whenever I want. Because I haven't valued it. And it's why I don't have it right now. Right now, I'm valuing freedom and the ability to choose wherever I want to live in the whole world, because I've never had this opportunity. I'm valuing that freedom over going deep with people, over being known, over being involved with people. And until you show your true self to people, they really don't have much reason to care about you, do they? It's the sad truth. But when people aren't vulnerable, I'm just like, oh, God, I hope you can open up soon and be known. But it's hard. It's hard to open up when you don't love yourself. I'm still learning how to love myself at age 34. It's a hard battle. And it has ups and downs every day. Every day. And I know you're going through something similar too, otherwise you wouldn't be here this long in this video. So I hope you can do something nice for yourself today at least. And reach out and show that you care about others. Because maybe they're feeling the exact same way. I forget about that all the time. That others are going through the same thing that I am. They feel like nobody cares about them all the time. It's not necessarily that we stopped caring about them, it's just that we forgot to reach out. And it's deep. It's deeper than that, than surface level too. It's energetic, it's spiritual. How we can show that we really care. It goes beyond words sometimes, and that's why I love music and poetry. Maybe you can make your friend a playlist or write him a poem. It goes a long way. I love my friends, even though I never reach out to them. And I'm sorry if you're watching this and I haven't talked to you in a while. I love you. I just can't always feel it in myself, and I don't always say it. But I love you a whole lot.